It's hard enough to do it for our own mother or father or children, or wife or husband. To speak of people you never met before, who have nothing in common with you whatsoever. Papa was putting his life on the line for us. And he has asked us, accept this gift. Take the name of Krishna as the most precious priority of your life. Keep the association of sincere devotees and purify your heart. Hear the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita to purify your heart. And then take this gift and share it with others. That's the only thing I'm asking. Just accept it and share it with others. Your life will be perfect. Srila Prabhupada ki Thank you very much. Is there time for questions, or should we end?
One who cannot give up his attachment to material nature, desire to enjoy. And no doubt I've heard Prabhupada say the same thing. But sometimes we present the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaking very intelligently, it's appealing to his intelligence. And it makes rational sense, how we're not divisive, how the whole structure fits, the logical, it's a higher appeal. Whereas you've got these Christians, with hellfire and brimstone and scare the Jesus out of you. So how one could counter that this is the Christian line, scare the daylights out of them, and then they surrender to God. So what are we? Are we scaring the daylights out of them, or are we presenting an intelligent, rational, sober conclusion?
You know better than me. You're scaring the daylights out of anybody. And preachers of Krishna consciousness really are preaching a positive alternative. Beauty, glory, salvation. Prabhupada had us distribute a Krishna book, giving Krishna's Leela to the world. And he's given us Bhagavad Gita. How many millions of Bhagavad Gitas have been distributed? The Bhagavad Gita is teaching everything with its proper balance. You must understand who we are. We are the soul. We have to understand that actually all suffering is due to illusion. So yes, we really want to attract people to the positive alternative of loving devotional service to Krishna. However, for people to take that seriously, there has to be some enzymes added. And sometimes some strong enzymes added to give people at least a philosophical understanding of it. Not just that the world is a suffering place, but why it is. It's not just, heaven or hell, accept the Lord or go to hell forever. It's not the way devotees preach. They're explaining philosophically what the nature of Prakriti, or this material existence is. And what's the nature of this? Because it's temporary. So yes, devotees should simultaneously fear Maya. We must fear Maya, but simultaneously we must be running to Krishna. Does that answer your question? Actually or politely you're speaking?
No, I'm speaking politely. I do on occasion. And actually, that's not speaking actually.
No, politely means it doesn't answer
no,
the question if you're just being polite.
No, I'm from my heart. Because it's a fact, unless they get a good swift kick in the pants intellectually, they'll never get surrendered.
Can I give you an example? This is an extreme example. There was a devotee. He lived at the community I used to live in. And we were he was from Cleveland. He was brahmachari, working hard, doing his service, chanting Hare Krishna very intensely. And somehow or other, in his previous conditionings just started coming up in his heart. And instead of dealing with them in an intelligent way by taking shelter of the association of devotees and the holy name, he took shelter again of his previous desires. And he fell quite deeply into the abode of Maya. And one thing he didn't want to do is see Vaishnavas. He just didn't want anything to do with devotees. He avoided devotees. I think he was in Alaska or something. He just wanted to go where no devotees would be existing. And he was like, when he arrived in Alaska, to get away from any devotees. At the airport, a devotee came up and gave him a book. And this devotee was quite persistent. And he just wanted to get rid of the devotee. So he just gave him like a few dollars and took the book. Checked in a hotel. Just decided to open the book. He opened it up. It was the 5th canto, part 2. The chapter he turned to was description of the hellish planets. This is a true story, my friends. You know, it's a pretty captivating subject matter. So he didn't want to read it, but how could he not read this? So he just started reading. That's Prabhupada's disciple. Started reading about these hellish planets and what happens to people who perform specific types of sins. And everything he was reading about were the exact sins that he had committed since he left the movement. You know what he did? He read that chapter, got the next plane to Pittsburgh, hitchhiked to New Vrindavan, and surrendered. But he will, at least for some time, he surrendered. So that's an example of how sometimes fear can provoke. But that's not what we're trying to convince people of, simply that. We're trying to convince people rationally, intelligently, what really is the goal of life and how beautiful and wonderful Krishna is. But people won't really take the beauty and the leelas of Krishna seriously. They won't take it with urgency unless they understand the predicament they're in. Maya. We have to understand that predicament. If you fall from a cliff and someone throws you a rope, you hold on to the rope because it's very nice. But in order for you to really hold on tight, you have to be aware of
Look down.
where you are and what happens if you let go. So you're grateful for the rope, but at the same time you're afraid of falling. And that fear is not meant just to cause you some psychotic condition. Fear is simply there so that you really hold on to the rope as Krishna's pulling you up. There you go.
Now,
That's another question.
Jagai and Madai and Hiranyakashipu and all, they were actually Jai Vijay and they were cursed. So in that, when they were performing the demonic act, they knew that they are eternal servants of the Lord.
No, they were completely forgetful. They were absolutely convinced that they were Jagai and Madai. Just like Yoga Maya, Yashoda Maya is thinking the Supreme Father of all living beings is her son. Yes? To increase the love. So similarly, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, and these demons, It was actually their service to be big demons so that Krishna could fight with them and teach the world through them. So no, they were not aware that they were living in Vaikuntha, and now they're just performing some dramatic act. When Krishna wants to put on a drama, he does it thoroughly. He programmed Jagai in such a way, that they were thinking that they were this body. But it was by the will of the Lord. It was not simply because of misbehavior or illusion. It was by the will of the Lord that they were put in such illusion. Srila Prabhu, would you like to add any spiritual insight to this subject?
Well, I have one comment that I thought of recently, and that is that Vasudeva, he was known for his truthfulness, and that was why Kamsa trusted him. And he showed it by bringing his first son. Because he didn't know about Kamsa, he was trying to the third book. But when it came to the eighth son, Krishna, and Krishna instructed him to take him to Vrindavan, he broke his word. He broke his word, right? He didn't bring that son to Kamsa.
Huh?
Right? He didn't bring the eighth son to Kamsa. He cheated Kamsa. So it's a similar thing that when Krishna is ordering, then you can, just like on the battlefield, Arjuna was cheating, he killed Karna in such a way. So it's interesting that Vasudeva, even though he was, so his word is very light, he took Krishna's word as even more important.
Sarvadharma parityaja mam ekam sharanam aham tvam sarvaha mokshayi sarvamasi. Perfect example. Thank you, Triveda Prabhu. Abandon all varieties of religion. Just surrender to me. There is the absolute truth, which is the Word of God. And there is the relative truths, the conventional ethics of this world. And a devotee must very carefully respect the relative truths. That's what we were discussing yesterday. Unless you come to the mode of goodness, you cannot transcend the rules. So you must very much respect the moralities and ethics of religion. However, it's all for the purpose of pleasing the absolute truth. If the absolute truth intervenes, then that is the highest truth. Just like with Maharaj Yudhisthira, when Krishna told him to lie about Ashwatthama being killed. Yudhisthira didn't refuse, he just hesitated. Yes? And that was considered the only defect of his life. Hesitated for a moment. Because actually, to do God's will is the highest truthfulness. Real truthfulness is to live in harmony with Krishna's desires. Therefore, there's that beautiful verse in Bhagavatam which describes if you become a pure devotee, you develop all the qualities of God, the demigods, the great sages, the rishis. But if you don't become a pure devotee, you really don't have any good qualities. What does that mean? Because these people, materialistic people, have good qualities. But their good qualities are built on the foundation of an illusion. So on a relative level, they have good qualities. But they're all temporary. They will all collapse. So therefore, real truthfulness, Prabhupada explains, real truthfulness is to repeat Bhagavad Gita. That is the absolute truth. Not only in our words, but in our life. If Vasudeva brought Krishna to Kamsa, he would have been a big liar. He would have sacrificed the absolute truth for a relative truth. But on certain emergency situations, when there's the intervention of higher authorities ordering us to do so, In those cases, we can supplement relative truths. We can put them aside for the sake of the absolute truth. But as Prabhupada said, we have to be very careful about that. Krishna told Vasudeva, there was no question about it. We shouldn't speculate on those matters. Prabhupada.